Iowa Western wrestling team, 2 All-Americans in only its second season. And the third, wrestling for a regional title, killer shots in Canesville. The men get another shot on the road, but is it good enough? Good enough to knock off the #1 team in the nation, so what next?
I'm Chris Slugger from the Iowa Western Wrestling Team. Bluffs Sports Zone starts right now.
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to the latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, the 15th ranked Reavers wrestling team grappling with the national tournament in Spokane, Washington, and Iowa Western looking to improve on its 2013 results. State Fairgrounds last year, the Reavers muscle their way through the brackets and land 2 All-Americans, the first in program history. We'll chalk up some more hardware this season as Iowa Western comes home with 3 more.
It means a lot because not everyone can do that. You only get 8 All-Americans, and you have a 32-man bracket, so you only a select few get it. So it feels really good to do that. When I'm wrestling, I don't think about if I'm going to pin them or not. I'm just trying to get my cardio through the match and not be dead.
It means everything to me, especially after not performing like I had wanted to last year. And so coming into this year, I really wanted to get on that podium and be an All-American. At the beginning of the year, I knew I had the qualities to become an All-American, but towards the end, I knew for a fact that I could get it done.
Just puts a smile on my face, like to know that I'm an All-American in college when I was barely All-State in high school. So it's from where I've come, it's a really big deal to me. Don't be able to look back and say you could have done more. So I honestly believe with everything that I have right now that I gave it my 110% best effort.
I think our sophomores did a good job of really buying in, and I think that's why you saw them having the most success consistently and being on the podium. If you have kids who want to work hard, we can develop them. That's not the issue, but you know, as long as we bring in those kids who want to work hard, you'll see this program continue to grow, and you know, we'll be inching our way up, hopefully in top 5, top 10 status here over the next year.
3 years, 5 All-Americans. The Iowa Western wrestling team continues to climb. Okay, so what's that saying? You got to walk before you can run? Well, the Reavers, a steady jog, getting better. Peter Stewart hits the mats in Spokane, ranked #1 at 141. The sophomore loses in the quarters, double overtime. Now does finish in the top 8 to gain All-American status. Tyler Nation, a lot of one-point matches all year. Paid off when it counted most, finishes 5th in the country. Heavyweight Chris Schlugger peaks at just the right time and finishes 5th as well. Iowa Western, 3 guys come back All-Americans compared to just 2 last year. The Reavers, 19th in the team standings in 2013, finished 13th in 2014. Congrats to head coach Josh Watts and the guys, and like I said, you got to walk before you can run. Iowa Western starting to pick up the pace. The Iowa Western men's basketball team hoping to pick up where it left off. The Reavers on the road. But next up, the ladies can't miss when we come back.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, our goal is to help you, your families, and your businesses grow and prosper for generations. We take pride in our community, whether it's volunteering our time or helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We provide you with the personal service and attention you deserve. With over 220 years of banking experience, decisions are made locally. We are Council Bluffs people operating at Council Bluffs Bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking, the way it used to be. Member FDIC.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
That's low. That's low and below the top. Seriously.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
Jack Frost, you do have beautiful teeth.
My what?
Are they really as white as they say? Yes. Oh, they really do sparkle like freshly fallen snow. This is an excellent example of what teeth should look like. Check out the iridescence of that incisor, the beauty of that bicuspid, the magnificence of those molars. And the best way to achieve such terrific teeth is brushing. 2 minutes, twice a day. Not 30 seconds, not a minute 45. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. They're beautiful.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
This team has been through a lot. Injuries, off-the-court problems, you name it. And still, it soldiers on. The Iowa Western women's basketball team is alive and well. Well, 8 are anyway. But is 8 enough? The 24th ranked Hawks come flying in from Nebraska. One team hopes to keep its season alive, and the other, done. Another championship on the line in Canesville Arena. Northeast comes screaming out to a 7-2 lead. Emily Gamble lays it in. The Reavers' Blair Harding 2 for 2 from three-point land in the first half. Bingo! Iowa Western its first lead, 8-7. But the Hawks beating the home team to the spot. Yasmin Miller. The visitors grab a 22-16 lead with under 9 minutes left in the half. The Reavers, Simone Gillum, her only 3, down by 3. Northeast shoots its way to a 27-19 lead with 5:50 to go. But Iowa Western closes out the half a 16-2 run. Fawny Chudarosh baseline. Gillum inside, muscles her way. The freshman one of 3 Reavers with 8 first-half points. Chudarosh, one of her 5 assists to Maddie Bigley, 30-27 Iowa Western. Blair Harding, the Reavers take a 35-29 lead into the break. Second half, all home team. Fawny Chudarosh, one of 5 in double figures with 17. Iowa Western 8 threes, and Blair Harding drills 3 of them. 46-37 Reavers. Can't miss. IWCC 60% after the break. Simone Gillum, a team-high 19 points. Everybody feeling it in, then back out to Bigley, and it's 55-39. Janae Haig wants some. 58-39, but still 13:09 left in the game.
Look for a layup, but then I want the ball in her hands or Bonnie's all the time will run something.
It didn't matter what they ran. Iowa Western blows out to a 60-40 lead. The Reavers win the Region 11 title 80-62.
Some of those shots weren't very good shots, and I was thinking, the coach, no, yes, and it went in. We were hot. We shot the ball well. And I've been telling the girls all week, I said, our shot's going to fall. I don't know if I brainwashed them or what, but, it seems like there in the second half, everything we threw up went in.
What was the feeling in the second half when everything was going in?
I can't even tell you. I know I was going crazy. The bench was going crazy. It was just a good feeling.
Yeah, our chemistry has gotten a lot better. We're just working together because we know with injuries, with Abigail and all the other stuff that's been going on, it's just we had to come together even more.
I feel that we started playing together in the court. Like it was amazing how we play together, and we fight for all of the ball, what was in the floor. So amazing. I'm so proud of my team.
Thank you. Thank you.
The honest truth is, talent-wise, we're actually a shadow of what we were a month ago, but team-wise, it's never been better.
The Reavers cut down Nemesis Northeast for the second time as Jim Turgeon at a Super 8 run the record to 25-6. Next up, another net game for the district championship and the right to go to the Nationals. And that game is Friday, March 7th at home. The State Fair pays a visit to Canesville. The Roadrunners, the region's 16 champs, are 19-8. Now here's the deal. The winner, off to the national tournament in Salina, Kansas. Is 8 enough again for the Reavers? We will soon find out. Next, in high school action. Lewis Central's not going back to state, thanks to 4th-ranked Dallas Center Grimes, as the Mustangs end the Titans season in the Class 4A Region 8 final. Number 9 LC finishes up at 17-6. Abraham Lincoln drops 5 of its last 6, ends the season at 10-13. TJ 1-21. Head coach Richard Bartholomew sees growth though, and sooner or later the wins will come for the Yellow Jackets. St. Albert and Kylie Ferguson ends its run at 12-11. So another girls' high school basketball season is in the books. And another has just stepped up to the plate. Our first look at the 12th-ranked team in the nation. But first, the Iowa Western men's basketball team, a big hill to climb. After the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sportsmed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury, getting you back in the action. Jenny Ed Sportsmed partners with Neb Ortho, giving you consistent one-on-one care from diagnosis to rehab. And since every injury an athlete is different, they've even developed a sports injury clinic specifically designed for athletes. Jenny Ed Sportsmed.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Selling cookies is about
the big picture.
You have to have a goal.
A big goal.
Something you and your team
Want to do in the world.
We choose
Where the money goes.
a trip, an adventure,
Helping people out.
helping a lot of people out.
and about the money.
We are responsible for it.
Handling it, managing it,
Tracking it.
doing great things with it.
This is business.
Girl business
The biggest girl-run business
in the world.
Did you think this was just about cookies?
What? A 15-day layoff in between games? Now, does that hurt the Reavers or help them, or does it really matter? Unranked Iowa Western. That sounds weird, doesn't it? On the road in a regional semifinal. Now, on the road is one thing. 17th ranked Southeastern is another. Here's IWTV student Austin Heinen.
Postseason play in West Burlington. Reavers taking on the Blackhawks for the second time this year. Breaking the ice 2 minutes in, Jordan Stevens. A long two, Southeastern up 8-2 early. 7 minutes into the game, Iowa Western counters that with a 9-2 run. Ryan Bowie dialing long distance, 11-10 visitors. Back and forth they go. Josiah Coleman, long pass to Deshaun Munson, who guides it home. 8 minutes left, returning the favor. Stevens chucks it forward. Debonair Edwards strikes it down. Tied up at 21. Stevens had the hot hand. Buckets. The sophomore sunk 5 from deep. 4.5 to go, keeping it tight. DJ Walker sinks a tough one for 2 of his 20 points. 31-26 Blackhawks. Moving on to the final minute, Josh Ross pass to Stevens. Sinks 3 of his game-high 34 points. Southeastern ends the half on a 12-3 run. Jordan Stevens at the buzzer. Drills it from downtown. Reavers down 43-29 at the half. Second half, more of the same. Guess who? Stevens a long two. Next Blackhawk possession, Jordan to Dante Jackson for the tray. Got it. Southeastern runs away with it, 88-71.
I think if we would have practiced all the way through in games and nothing would have happened after the Moberly game, still would have been a tough job beating Southeastern in here. I thought they played really well and shot the ball very well, shot contested threes with hands in their face, and just made shots.
We had a lot of kinks to get out early in the game. First half, we couldn't really get stuff going.
You know, we couldn't stop them, but I mean, at least we didn't give up. It was a good year. We had a good year.
We've had a good 2-year run with those sophomores. You know, last year we lose 3 games, and this year obviously we ended up losing 8. But they've had a good run, and I guess the biggest thing I think about those kids is they had a chance to quit and kind of go away, and they didn't. They kept fighting, and then we could have just totally got blown out in here, and they kept fighting. And as long as they'll fight and compete, you know, I'm good with it.
The men end the year with a 23-8 record. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Austin Heinen.
Thanks, Austin. Now in high school basketball, you know, the Lynx clawed their way into the postseason on a roll, but it ends for Abraham Lincoln at Sioux City East in a sub-state semi. The Lynx end their run at 12-11. Now, AL got better as the season wore on. Head coach Jason Isaacson's got to be proud. Same deal for Dan Miller. Lewis Central loses in a sub-state semifinal at Sioux City North, but still, the Titans finish at a very respectable 14-9. The struggles continue for Thomas Jefferson. The Yellow Jackets, 4-18. And the Falcons? Well, Trainer finally knocks off St. Albert in a 2A district final. Dale Scott and company are done at an even Steven 500, 12 up and 12 down. So the boys' high school basketball season is fini. Next up, our play of the week, or should that read plays, on the other side.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give. Advocate. Volunteer.
Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Fun times for the Iowa Western softball team last year. The Reavers win the district title at home and then head for the hills in Utah for the Nationals. So what are they going to do for an encore? And you know, Lana Ross is my kind of coach. Tough but fair. She does things her way, the right way. And it paid off in 2013.
Hey, give it all we got. Yeah, all we got right here. Let's make it a good day. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
The Reavers were a hit last year. Iowa Western smoked its way to the national tournament, finished with 42 wins. Starting from the ground up in 2014, the Reavers 9 sophomores and 7 freshmen.
My expectations are high, of course, but I mean, we've been practicing inside for the last 2 months, so it's tough. You know, we went down to Texas, get an early start. We're 4-10. Our record, I don't think, shows what we're capable of. We played some great teams down there. We played well in every single game. We beat the #1 team in the country. So we've got a lot of talent. We just need the time to put it all together and experience each other day after day after day.
Game after game, sophomore Ashley Schmidt mowing them down last year. Now, while the regional pitcher of the year is throwing outs, Ashley expects the Iowa Western bats to explode.
Oh yeah, we definitely had some girls just poke them right over the fence, and so I have no worries about our offense that'll come through. We get along absolutely fantastic. Like, there's not a time that, you know, on or off the field that we don't get along. So that makes a huge difference, I think.
We're a lot younger. We have a lot more younger girls, but all around we're a better hitting team, which is really nice. I think we're a lot closer too, so we have a lot more opportunities going for us. anyone can hit. We have our top of our lineup. They actually are hitting bombs, which is nice. Instead of we're not just on-base hitters, we actually can hit.
My expectations are to get there. I expect to get there. I know my sophomores expect to get there. They feel they have something to prove. I don't think we did as well as we wanted to at the national tournament, so they want to get back there to prove that we're better than that 9th place finish.
Absolutely, you know, we made it there once last year, and it was a life-changing experience, you know, and I have every single urge and push to push this team to go to nationals again this year.
So, same old for the Iowa Western softball team. Nationals last year, nationals this year. Now, the more seasons change, the more they stay the same. And for the 12th ranked Reavers, 2014 is no exception. Same thing for the men. It's a funny thing though. I looked at the rankings and my first thought was, what? The perennial powerhouse Reavers aren't in them? Well, who's voting? Iowa Western, unranked for the first time in forever, loses its first 3, then wins its last 3, all on the road. Outslugs Eastern Oklahoma, shuts out Grayson. The Reavers then slip by Seminole State. Now Mark Reardon's club sits in an even 4-4. And you know, I told Coach it's the World Series or bust this year. We've just all been spoiled. Now, it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. Lights out for 24th ranked Northeast. Iowa Western lighting it up. 5 players in double figures. The Reavers win the regional title. And for that, the Super 8 with our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Face-to-face classes start every 8 weeks, right here in Council Bluffs. 1 week just blends right into another. 1 season just rolls right into the next. And so it goes here on the BSC. Never a dull moment. Why? What's the next show gonna bring? So, until next time, for the Bluff Sports Zone, as always, I'm JJ Davis, and I'll see you around.